Good morning. Welcome to the Real Estate on Garmin Devices, your brand experience breakout session. My name is Erin White. I'm a member of the Engineering Business Development team, and I'll be your host for this session. In this breakout, we will cover why branding is important and how Garmin enables you to get your brand on the wrist, handlebars, and in the hands of tens of millions of Garmin customers around the globe. Before we get into those details, let me start by showing you some examples of the value and importance of brand. When you want a coffee, what comes to mind? How about when you want to watch a movie or binge a TV series? I know none of us have done this over the past year. What if you don't want or can't leave the house and you really need something? These are simple examples that show the importance of branding, why companies invest so heavily in their brands, and the impact it could have on your business. Did you know the human brain can process images 60,000 times faster than words? Or 89% of marketers say that brand awareness is their top business objective. How about that 50% of consumers are more likely to patronize a brand with a logo that they recognize? It takes 5 to 7 impressions for someone to remember a brand. If you consistently present your brand across all platforms, it can increase your revenue by up to 23%. You need to put your brand out there for customers to recognize it, and the more places you expose customers to your brand, the greater the increase in recognition and ultimately revenue. Today, I'll be sharing how you can extend your brand directly into Garmin's active lifestyle experiences. Garmin has 2 methods for you to get your brand front and center of our tens of millions of customers through Connect IQ and Garmin Connect. Let's start by giving you some background on Connect IQ. In 2015, Connect IQ was launched, and the goal was to enable and extend third-party innovations to brands just like yours. Since then, a majority of Garmin customers with Connect IQ-enabled devices have accessed the Connect IQ app. There are millions of Connect IQ-enabled devices in existence. Multiple Connect IQ apps are downloaded on each device. Tens of millions of apps have been installed, and there are thousands of developers just like you. Connect IQ provides exposure to a new customer base. Put your brand in front of Garmin users, including runners, cyclists, hikers, swimmers, active lifestyle enthusiasts, and people just trying to be healthier. It allows for engagement with customers. Put your product in front of these athletes while they're engaging in their active lifestyle and give them an even better experience. Generate revenue. Leverage the Connect IQ app as a premium feature for your brand experience. Enhance your solution. Leverage GPS, sensor data, connectivity, display, and the rest of the power of the Connect IQ and Garmin-compatible devices to enhance your solution. The connection that our customers have with our products has driven huge results in our community of users. There are millions of activities uploaded each month to Garmin Connect. This enables you to bring your solution directly into our users' active lifestyles as they live through watch faces, data fields, widgets, and watch apps. Just imagine what your brand could look like on Garmin devices. Connect IQ has 5 different app types: watch faces, widgets, data fields, device apps, and audio content. Let's see some examples of how brands have taken advantage of these compelling opportunities. First, with watch faces, where your brand has the ability to be visible 24/7 given Garmin's purpose-driven guiding principle and always on display for almost all of our devices. Let's take a look at what Noon created. Noon is a sport tablet that contains electrolytes, aiding in the absorption of water, keeping you healthy and hydrated. Noon created an engaging user interface and created brand awareness. Another app option to present your brand is through widgets. Widgets are a method for users to see your brand at a glance by simply scrolling up or down on the home screen of their watch or other device. It's a quick method to dig into the details that are important to users, such as their calendar, music controls, notifications, or even a summary of their fitness goals for the day. AccuWeather Minutecast widget provides the forecast including precipitation type and intensity, as well as start and end times for precipitation by the minute for the next 2 hours, localized to a person's exact street address or GPS location. As you can see, the AccuWeather's logo and name is on each screen as a user is checking the weather and forecast and will be a constant reminder of who is providing this information. Another example is the newly launched Surfline widget. Surfline specializes in surf forecasting and reports, live webcasting, photography, and videography for surfing. The Garmin Surfline widget uses current location to showcase up-to-date wave conditions for the 5 nearest surf spots. Unfortunately, here in Kansas, I'm unable to pull any data. Consistent with AccuWeather, Surfline's logo and name appears on the widget screen. As a user continues to see the logo and name using the widget, they will trust Surfline and the data they provide and will be willing to purchase a subscription for premium benefits they offer. Now I'd like to share another option to expose your brand to Garmin users. In addition to showing your logo, you can also build a custom experience. Within the experience you're creating, you can put your brand in front of the user while in an activity. Let me show you how Dexcom created a widget and leveraged data fields. Dexcom leveraged the data fields to strengthen their brand with Garmin users. Dexcom develops, manufactures, and distributes continuous glucose monitoring systems for people with diabetes. As you can see, while presenting the user with the metrics they desire to manage, Dexcom has their name included. This will continue to boost their brand with the user each time they're checking their stats. The fourth option to expose your brand is device apps. Device apps allow a user to personalize their device to fit their lifestyle. Device apps are typically used to log an activity. It has a beginning and end. However, there are many apps that provide the user convenience, such as the Starbucks Card app. Last year, the Starbucks Card app was launched for over 65 compatible Garmin devices. Customers are able to pay for their favorite beverages and food on the go without having their phone. Starbucks has a very recognizable logo, and they are very consistent with ensuring their logo is placed in every location possible to remind the customer. Once the app and card is loaded onto a Garmin wearable, it subconsciously makes it easier to choose Starbucks as your first choice when deciding where to get coffee. Another example of a device app is Wikiloc. Wikiloc is a community of outdoor enthusiasts exploring and sharing outdoor trails for hiking, cycling, and many other activities. The Wikiloc app will sync with Garmin devices, providing the details of the trail for your activity. Wikiloc branding is visible on the outdoor handheld and wearable, continuously reminding the user whose trail they're utilizing. The fifth option is audio content. As most of you know, Spotify is a digital music, podcast, and video service that provides access to millions of songs and content. Many of our users prefer to leave their phone at home and disconnect. However, they like to listen to music or their favorite podcast. As soon as they locate the Spotify logo on their Garmin device, they're able to start their playlist and take off. Now that you've seen a few examples of how companies are able to get their brands on our devices, let's dig into the possibilities of our Garmin Connect developer program of APIs, and specifically the training and courses API for pre-planning your next workout or activity. For those that are not aware, the training API allows customers to use your workouts or training programs within Garmin's diverse device portfolio. The Courses API gives the ability to ride, hike, run, or walk courses or routes coming from your application. The Training and Courses API are another tool in Garmin's developer arsenal that we expose to you, which allows you to pull your brand and content even closer together. Leveraging these API options where appropriate and applicable for workout pre-planning can be a great method for increasing your brand's value and utility to your customers. Get started today by requesting access to our Garmin Connect portfolio of APIs. Once your access is granted, you have the ability to select Training or Courses API and develop your application. We can't wait to see what you're able to create. Lastly, I wanted to revisit Connect IQ. The Connect IQ companion application on the phone lets users browse content to personalize their Garmin device. The App Store provides an opportunity to have your brands front and center of our athletes. The trending app section highlights apps based on downloads. I challenge each of our developers to get our attention by getting your app into this area. As Nick mentioned earlier today, we are excited to announce an upcoming feature that will be available on most devices that are launching in 2022 and beyond in Connect IQ Store on Device. Garmin has developed the ability to systematically and programmatically give brands the ability to obtain prime real estate on our most valuable asset, our devices. This will also improve the discoverability and adoption of your app and/or service. Not only will users be able to customize their devices using the mobile app, they will be able to quickly jumpstart personalizing their device as soon as they turn it on. This really is an amazing new opportunity for developers to amplify their brand. This will allow you to put your brand in a position that is easy to discover. This store on device will highlight recommended apps and make it simple for users to download right from the wrist. We're excited about this new feature and making your content more accessible to users. Want to get Garmin's attention for potential collaboration? Create an amazing experience that drives interest from the community. We are constantly monitoring download trends to ensure we are giving people what they want. There are incredible developers around the world who are changing the way people engage with technology and the value they get from it. Garmin devices are crucial to our customers' active lifestyles, and we want to partner with you to explore all the possibilities. That concludes the presentation portion of the breakout. Please stick around for Q&A.